Welcome to the SA Sports Show, and in particular our In the Box Seat segment on greyhound racing. It's been another big week of greyhound racing. Of course, at Gawler we've had the semi-finals of the Produce Stake and the heats of the Anniversary Cup. It certainly looks like being a great final this weekend on the Sunday. And of course, Port Augusta Cup is on the Saturday, and a lot of the trainers have earmarked greyhounds for that. We had the heats a couple of weeks ago with Bandana Girl shaping as the likely winner of that. At the weekend, we had another round of the coursing out there at Virginia, and I thought the two impressive dogs were Narimba Sapphire and Southern Express. They both were most impressive, even though Narimba Sapphire had a couple of close shaves in its courses. It only won, I think, by a neck and a head each time, but a very strong greyhound and came from behind in at least one of those courses. Of course, coming up this week, we've got the WA Oaks at Cannington, and at Albion Park, we've got heats of the Winter Cup. The final is on July the 5th. And in South Australia, of course, on Thursday night, we've got a feature there for SA-owned greyhounds, Grade 5 for the females, and as I mentioned, the $3,000 final of the Port Augusta Cup. The Honeys have been busy trying to find you a winner, and as far as Angle Park is concerned, on Wednesday, I'm in complete accord with them in race 1, number 6, Abdon Bale. We saw this in the last race on Thursday night last when it gave Lagoon Lovin a huge start and ran it down. Now, it is a wide runner, but it goes to the 600, and you'd think on Thursday it'd be a pretty good way to get your punting week started. On Wednesday, I should say. And in race 2, number 2, Fulcrum, the girls have gone for it. It's a purse destroyer, Fulcrum. Connections need to be praised for sticking with this dog for as long as they have, but he does look as though he's about to win one. He recently has run a couple of improved races. Times have come down quite considerably, and the big heavy dog is likely to open his winning account on Wednesday. On Thursday, the Honeys have gone for a dog that's been in tip-top form. Race 4, number 8, Sweet Honey Pie. She won a couple of times last week and is in rare form. And they've also gone for race 11, number 7, Alan Bardolph. Bit slow early, but he's a very strong dog. He'll be running home at the end of affairs. First 4, race 4, 8, 5, 6 and 4, and in race 11, 7, 8, 2 and 4. The in-the-box seat tip for the week is one you can bank on, and that's on Thursday night, race 7, number 1, Johnny Will, former champion sprinter. Looked to have ended his career when he had a very serious hind leg injury, but Peter Jovanovic has patched him up and got him back. He's been trialling brilliantly and was knocked from pillar to post in his comeback run and still ran very well. First time he's drawn the one box for a long, long time. He should be the dog to beat on Thursday night, and I agree. I think he's one of the best. I've got some specials for you. On Wednesday, race 1, number 6, Abdon Bale, and race 5, number 7, Pudzianowski. Paul Barry's got some newies over from Melbourne, and they all bear watching on Wednesday, but Pudzianowski looks to be very well graded in his race. On Thursday night, I like race 7, number 1, Johnny Will, the best bet. Race 8, number 3, Andrew's Courage, never raced better, very fast dog early. And I also like race 9, number 8, Yesenia Bale. There's no Calden Mayhem, he's too busy winning non-penalties. Not that you can blame the connections, but I think that Yesenia Bale will make every post a winner in the staying race. Next up, our special guest on In the Box Seat. Our special guest, as far as the greyhound trainers are concerned this week on In the Box Seat, is the larger-than-life Wally Harkins, and he joins us. Welcome, Wally.
Thank you, Ray.
Now, apart from being a karaoke champion, which is the big tip I've heard on the slide, but you've also got 3 greyhounds in work at the moment, or 4?
Yes. I only have the 3 at home, yeah.
What are they?
I've got Seeing Damage, who I've only had for a little while, but he's starting to learn what it's all about. He hasn't had many starts. Cruising Danny, who I've had for about 8 months, and he's won a few races. He's won about nearly 8,000 now. And a little dog called Burnt Potato, who's had 2 starts for a win and a 5th.
Right, a Burnt Potato. How does it get that name?
Well, he's by Paddy's Flame. And
there's the Irish, the potato part, I suppose.
Yeah. And Irish grey potatoes and Flame Burnt Potato.
All right, yeah, well, fair enough. I'll buy that. It won at Strath recently.
Yes, it did. And I was very pleased with the performance because I was trying to get him in a few puppy trials, but whenever I did, there was only one other runner. So it was his first time in a full field and he came out and won.
Right, well, you're one of the southern trainers, and you've had a good bit of luck with Cruising Danny. He's a nice, strong dog and racing very well. But recently you were a bit worried because he changed hands and you were hoping that the new owners would leave him with you, and fortunately they have.
Yeah, Paul Bodsworth bought him, and the guy who had him didn't really know a lot about greyhounds. It was his first greyhound, and things weren't working out, and I said, I can't do this anymore. So I said, sell him, and Paul come along and bought him and asked me to keep training him.
Right, well, he's a strong dog. I guess he's a former Victorian. He's Victorian bred.
Yeah, he had a few starts over in Melbourne, but he hit the running rail at the Meadows and at Shepparton, and he came over here, and his form was pretty crook, and took me a couple of months to get him right, but now he chases like one of the best I've ever had as far as being honest goes.
I noticed on Thursday night he's drawn box 7 in the opening race. Lately, the first race on the night's been one of the toughest to win.
Yeah, well, he really needs an inside draw. He loves the rail, but he's got a bit of field sense too. So if he gets out there and he sees a gap, he'll scoot over to the rails, and he does finish off quite well.
He's normally good each way odds too.
Yeah, you can always back him each way. That's what I always tell my friends and stuff, have something each way on him because he runs a good, honest race, and he always pays well.
Seeing Damage, you mentioned you've had him a while. He was with the Fosters originally.
Yeah, that's correct. I got a phone call from the bloke in Sydney there, and he said he was selling the dog, and the Fosters were away on holidays. And I spoke to some clients of mine, and they said, yeah, we'll give him a go. And I've only had him for like 4 runs or something, but still trying to work him out.
Sometimes he looks as though he might stay.
Yeah, he's very, very strong, but he's a bit clumsy in the field, and like I said, he's only had 16 starts, so he's still learning what it's all about.
Now, what about this karaoke business? I understand you got a bit of a head start with the singing because you've done a bit of it in the past.
Yeah, well, I grew up in the 60s and that with my brother and his band playing in our kitchen. And later on in life, I got to be good mates with Steve McNally, and I ended up helping out doing karaoke for him, being a host and everything, and I ended up starting my own business. I ran that for a number of years as well.
So what's your specialty song? If I was to put the music up right now, which one would you go for?
Oh, I couldn't honestly say. I like that many sorts of different types of music,
Oh, so it really wouldn't matter. You'd be at home, would you?
I'd be at home with just about anything, Well, I like Elvis, I like Rolling Stones, the Beatles, Elton John, all that sort of stuff.
Well, all well-known ones, anyway.
Yeah, all the old stuff.
All right, if you need anyone for a party, if you want Wally to maybe entertain, obviously he's pretty experienced in that manner, and he's also pretty good with the greyhounds as well. Wally, thanks for being our guest on In the Box Seat tonight.
Thank you very much, Ray.
Wally Harkins there with all about greyhounds and all about music as well. We'll have to put him to the test when we've got a bit more time. Should be a great week of greyhound racing. Don't forget to stay tuned to In the Box Seat on the Sport Channel, Channel 44, or simply go to grsa.com.au. And don't forget to back Johnny Will on Thursday night.